This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. A common misconception about relationships is that they have to be easy to be right. Therapy can be a place to work through the challenges you face in all of your relationships, whether with friends, work, your significant other, or whatever. And you can try therapy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/poundcast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/poundcast.
Today's show is also brought to you by LVJCO.com. That's the home of Louisville Vegan Jerky, and I'm on their website right now, and I'm looking at their new flavor, Serengeti's Chicago Italian Beef Sandwich. And look at all these small batch flavors. Sadly, a lot of these are sold out, but that's why you got to act now, because Serengeti's Chicago Italian Beef Sandwich is not sold out. And when you add, what's that?
Let me see here. What is sold out is Farby's roast beef and cheddar and the holiday dinner feast. I wanted to see all the ones that were sold out there because it just amazes me.
I didn't want to focus on the ones that are. I didn't really want to focus.
Oh, but Shelby Park Honey Barbecue, which is a good flavor. That one's available, so you should get that.
But of course, all their classic flavors are. These don't sell out. They have. And this one, those are Smoky forever. Carolina Barbecue. That could be my favorite flavor.
That is a good one. Yeah,
that is a really good flavor. But they have them all. Look.
To be honest, I like the Buffalo Dill. If I'm being honest,
I like the Buffalo Dill too. I like General Tso's too. It's got chili kissed sweetness on that one. But check it out. If you place an order, you can get 20% off your entire order by using the code word Poundcast. That's at lvjco.com. And that's just for Poundcast listeners. And Grizzly Bear says, I have developed a crippling addiction to Louisville vegan jerky, and the results are devastating. So you too can get a crippling addiction. And you know what? Just before the Poundcast, I ate a bag of Farbies.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
You ate the whole bag?
Well, I finished it. I had opened it already. I started to eat it, but I finished the bag just before the show. And it is addicting. Once you take a bite, it's hard to not just finish the bag. LVJco.com. Use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off your whole order. And this is bagged in Louisville.
Shelf life 9 months.
Shelf life in 9 months. No gluten ingredients on all of these. Non-GMO soy. That's what it's made out of. So check out lvjco.com. Use the code word Poundcast. Do what's right, okay? The show is also brought to you by you. That's right, because our show is sponsored by you when you sign up for our Patreon. Patreon.com/Poundcast. When you sign up there, you get access to the bonus material that we call Unzipped. Every show we do bonus extended episodes that you can only get on Patreon when you sign up for our patreon.com/Poundcast. Do what's right. Do it tonight, because that's what we like. And we ride the bike. I don't know. I ran out of rhymes there.
Hey, look at it's also got, you get the episode a couple days early. You also, there's less ads. Okay. In fact, there's only really one ad on there. So it's less ads.
Yeah. And you get to feel great because you're supporting us. And that's what keeps this show moving, is our Patreon.
I just put out my top 5 Billy Joel songs. You want to find out what that's all about?
I can't wait to check out your list of top 5 Joels.
And you could join in on the conversation. You can list your top 5 and you can create discussion. With other like-minded pimples.
I wonder if it's Uptown Girl. I'm going to guess that that's not one of them. But you know what?
Why do you say that, by the way? Not my style.
I don't think that's your vibe. But you never know. You surprise me all the time. So who knows? Who knows what your vibe
Mhm.
is? But that's one of the many benefits of joining our Patreon. Um, so what else do we got to discuss? We are also on
Uh,
YouTube. We're filming this now on Zoom, youtube.com/the Poundcast. We are also on social media, the Poundcast. Give us a follow if you wish. Um, that's
Hey,
about it.
check this out. Can
Mm-hmm.
I got this show coming up that I want to mention to people. So my sister and I do this live stream every Monday on YouTube. It's called The Chicken Coop, and we're doing our 100th episode in person in a live space. That's going to be at the Crow in Santa Monica. That's on March 4th. That's Monday, March 4th, the Chicken Coop 100th episode. And so if you're in the Los Angeles area, look that information up. Tickets are online. They're available now at the Crow. And we'll hope to see you there. And, we're also going to live stream that as well. So, people who are not in Los Angeles can get in on it as well. But yeah, come check it out.
Well, that sounds fun. Today we are gonna continue solving annoyances that our listeners and viewers have sent in, and maybe listen to a voicemail or two. And one of them gets pretty nasty. Can't wait to hear that. Well, should we get into it? I guess that's about it, Brent.
Yeah, you're okay. And you're going to be gone, I could think, after for a couple weeks or what?
Yeah, there's a chance that Brent might have a guest co-host coming up. So just a heads up on that, but maybe not. We'll see if I can get another one in the can before that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, if you're in Australia, come see me. I'll be coming to your town, unless you live in Darwin. We're not going that far, but we're going to many towns, 5 different cities. EricAndreTour.com. I'll be the opening act, and you're gonna want to come to the show. And that's about it. Check out the new Pound House. It's all out there. And today we have a remix of the theme song, which maybe is more of just a cover version of the theme song, don't we, Brent?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, look, by remix, that can be a lot of things. They could be just different interpretations of the theme song. And we have this one from Popcorn, which is Andy Erickson and Alex Stein. And this is called Poundcast Song. And yeah, that's what we're going to hear for on this episode. So this is coming to us from Popcorn.
All right, well, let's roll the clip.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about? To Doug and Brent are talking to some people. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brent talking on the
Okay, we are on the Poundcast. We're back at it once again, just like we always do.
Just like yesterday.
Just
It
like
feels just
yesterday.
like yesterday. Feels just like yesterday.
Um,
Um,
I s- I think today we should get back into these annoyances,
mhm.
and then if you have a license plate update, maybe we can tease that. Maybe we can end the show with that or something.
Yeah, it's almost like I could call it, license plate report. And I got
Yeah.
some extra stuff. I think there's something that I found that might be kind of funny to look at too. That with regards to that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the first annoyance here. Just get right into it. This is from Justin. He says, our 2-year-old likes to throw food dramatically, spit it out to get our attention. We have tried the normal techniques, but no go. Please advise. He said, thanks in the bank. That's a new way to say thanks in advance. I like that. Thanks in the bank. Well, your 2-year-old
Huh.
likes to throw food or dramatically spit it out to get our attention. I think, you just do
Yeah,
the
you're
same
silly.
thing. You double down on them. You spit out your food. You even make it more dramatic, and you throw it all over, and leave them sitting
Hmm.
there like, "What in the world did I do?"
Well, that might encourage them.
Well, I don't know. After a couple days, they're going to be hungry. They're not going to want to spit that food out.
Yeah.
Just first idea off the top of my head.
Well, here's what you should do. Why don't you just, negotiate with them, show them some spreadsheets
Mhm.
and, make a deal with them and sign a check.
What is a 2-year-old like?
A 2-year-old they like to watch YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They like to, they like to play with toys. They like
I assume
fidgeting
that
around with stuff.
I assume that that's part of the usual techniques. Is they withheld toys and they said, "I'll give you you can watch YouTube if you don't spit out the food."
Well, you know what? This is a boring answer, but you could just go full stoic, and just don't allow it to get a rise out of you, so that he doesn't think that it's he has no reason to do it. You just act like it's nothing. You completely ignore it. In fact,
Yeah,
that's a boring answer, and that's a real answer. But
yeah. You could also just like if the 2-year-old needs their parents for everything, right? So if that 2-year-old, if you say don't do it, or we're gonna leave. We're just gonna go because we need to find another child, another 2-year-old.
just threaten them with taking them to the orphanage.
Yeah. Oh, hire
Okay,
me
we're gonna
and
take you
Brent.
to the orphanage.
Hire me and Brent to be like orphanage like guys. We'll come with like we'll wear like
A net.
raggy. Well, yeah, we'll have a big like bag that the kids are.
It'll be like look
go
like
in.
dog catchers.
Yeah, we'll look all like gross and like dirty, and we'll be like, we're here to collect a child. Is there a child in here that's spitting out their food? We're here to collect them to take them over to the orphanage. And then, just give them a little taste of fear. Yeah, or hire some clown to come over and just hire someone. If you can't, Brent and I would love to do it. But if you're in another
I would love
state,
to. Hey, you know what? If you don't want the kid, I'll take him.
Yeah.
I won't even scare him. I'll just take him,
Well, that's true.
Doug and I will take him.
I mean, you do want kids. Maybe you could take this one and
maybe we can raise them together, Doug, we can make this podcast a family.
That's the solution right there. All right. Well, good luck, Justin. I think
we'll take them off your hands.
We'll take them off your hands. Just yeah. Well, you've
you
tried everything. We'll take them off your hands. You've tried it all. So.
So now it's our turn.
Now it's our turn. Opie Oil says they don't like when people slam straws on the counter to get them out of a wrapper.
That's not a great method.
We didn't do this one, right?
No, but I know this issue. So wait, what's their problem?
Well, they say they don't. What annoys them is when people slam the straws on the counter. I know that, and it breaks the straw, and it's easier to just rip the wrapper off.
Well, someone taught me.
How do we solve their annoyance?
I mean, I have a boring real answer, but I don't know if you want that.
We'll go real first. You got to start somewhere.
Let's go real first, I guess. I was taught a method on opening a straw. It's a great method I learned about 9 years ago, and I haven't gone back since. I used to do I didn't bang it hard, but I used to use the table to, make the straw come out the top. But here's a much better way, is that the way that straw wrappers are sort of built, there's a kind of flap, on the side of the wrapper. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of a flap of sorts. You just take
that's where the paper is sealed together.
Yeah, where they're sealed together. Yeah, you just take a part of the flap with your fingertips, and you can kind of pull it around the thing, and you can take off a strip of the wrapper that way around the whole thing. So now you've got a long wrapper on it, most of it, and then a shorter part of the wrapper on near the top of it. And so what I do is I usually I'll take off the top part, I put the straw in my mouth, and then using my mouth, I put that into the glass. I mean, if you really care about germs that much, that's what I do. But if you don't, then another way you can do it is just anyway, it's just an easy way to take off the wrapper. You just take off
that's what I do. It seems like the obvious thing. You just rip it. It's paper, but I think.
But you can rip it in a very.
Well, no, I think the problem is people annoy them when they slam the straws. I don't think the people that slam the straws don't know how to rip the paper off it.
So I sorry. You know what? I totally misunderstood it. So their issue is with the people banging, and yeah, not with the. Sorry, I got ahead of myself
when
there.
People slam straws on the counter to get them out of a wrapper, it breaks the straw, and it's easier to just rip the wrapper off.
Yeah.
So I would say next time you see someone banging it on the counter, say, hey, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. This weird guy he just wiped his butt on that counter right where you hit. So you might want to just rip it off.
How about this?
Simply rip the paper, because you never know what you're gonna get when you bang it like that.
How about this? You know, if they're banging it like this, they're holding it like this, right?
Huh?
Meaning for the audio listeners, they're holding the wrapper in a sort of a fist of sorts, and they're kind of hitting the bottom of their fist on the table.
Stroking.
There's a stroking motion that is taking place there. And what I'm suggesting you do is for every stroke, every hit, you respond to it in an orgasmic kind of way or in a pleasurable way. You know, so when they hit it, every time they hit it on the table, you make that noise, and you kind of play that soundtrack along to every time they're hitting their fist against the table, and they'll probably maybe not want to do that as much.
Yeah, I feel like they're not going to like that response, so they'll probably choose a better way to, to take the wrapper off.
Or every time they do it, you kind of
don't touch it, don't touch it. Oh, you broke the straw, man. Oh, that's the straw that broke the camel's back right there.
When you see them doing it, you can mimic them and do the motion also.
Yeah.
And go, oh, and they can say, what are you doing? And then you say, oh, I thought you were into this because you're kind of doing this.
Yeah. I learned it from you.
Yeah, I learned it by watching you, Dad.
I thought you liked this. I'm just doing what you do.
I learned it by watching you, Dad.
I watched you do. You taught me, Dad. All right, well, that's some good stuff.
Every time they do it. And then they could say, oh, I didn't mean that to be a sexual thing. And you say, oh, you didn't? Well, then why are you doing it that way? Because you can just, rip off the thing,
Oh, you could say this. Hey, I noticed you're doing this earlier. You're good at that. You want to do some more of that later with me and my uncle?
My uncle Freddie.
Follow them around. I mean, where's this happening? A food court, McDonald's? Just say, hey, I saw you doing this earlier. You want to show me how you do that later?
Can you teach me how to do that?
Can you teach me how to do that?
I can show you how to do it. Because I want to learn how to do this. You seem like a pro.
Will you do it to my straw?
Hey, I have a straw that needs to be opened. Can you do it to mine?
Okay, solved.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That was the best. That was it. Yeah.
Best one. We always get there,
Mm-hmm.
This comes from Paris.
You can go up to him and say, "Hey, I like your fists.
Will you grab my straw?
Can you check my straw out?
Hey, Maestro, will you grab my straw?" Really loved how you stroked that straw. A straw is a funny name for a penis.
Can you conduct my straw? Maestro, can you conduct my straw?
All right, here's one from Paris. When someone does an unsolicited act of service for you and thinks they're doing you a favor, but gets upset when you nicely ask them not to do it again because it actually turned out to be a disservice to you. Now this is a real thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Say someone's like, hey, Brent, I went ahead and mowed your lawn for you. And then you're like, actually, I didn't want you to mow the lawn because I'm growing it out. I'm growing out my lawn, you know. I like the blades longer. Then they're like, I did you a favor. And this is what you say. So that's kind of an example.
Well, then you say to them, yeah, it is what I say. Now get out of here. They won't do you a favor ever again. It's problem solved.
Well, Paris wants to avoid the person getting upset.
Sure. Okay.
So,
You got a boring answer. That's a real answer.
I mean, you could say, I'm trying to think of what an example of that would be. I guess we could use the mowing the lawn.
You could say, hey, if you really want to help me, no offense, you can help me unwrap this straw I've got in my pants if you're interested.
Oh, you could say, oh, you're really helpful. Now that you mowed the lawn, could you wash my car? Here's a list of things I need you to do for me.
Hey, if you like doing this kind of stuff, I've got a list.
I got a whole list.
Yeah. And also, I need, I'm not really good at wiping my own butt. I was wondering if you could help me out with that.
Yeah.
Can you really just get in there and scrub? I need a clean anus, man. I've got an audition coming up.
I got an audition coming up. My my bidet is not going to be here till next week. So would you mind, maybe your tongue could work?
I was checking your tongue out. It looks really strong. Do you think you could lick my butthole and just lick it clean? I don't mean that. I mean that seriously and genuinely because I appreciate you as a friend. Please lick my butt clean, would you? I got an audition coming up.
Oh, wow. You mowed my lawn. Tell you what. Could you lick my butt?
Can you mow my ass?
Could you mow my
What I mean is, it's pretty hairy, man, and I've got an audition coming up. I would love for you to just
I have an audition.
trim that down.
I got some
Also, you know what?
grass that you got it. There's some of the grass I need you to mow.
To cut. Yeah. In fact, can you trim my pubics as well? Because I want my penis to look a little bigger, And I think if you kind of do the job you did on my lawn, on my sort of private lawn, I think we can probably get a pretty big dick going here if you're, if you're interested. Yeah.
You could say
I'm trying to get this part,
You could say, wow, no one's ever done something so nice to me before that I'd never asked you to do. That is the nicest thing anyone's ever done. Then you could like start crying and like have, since you got an audition coming up, you could use this for the audition and start crying and breaking down and saying, just be super like, just be super annoying to the point where they're like, okay, geez, I'm never going to do them something like this again because I don't want this to happen. You start crying and hanging on them, and you're the best person I've ever met.
Yeah. No. You try to return the favor. Oh my God, you're so great.
Oh,
can
I know what you do.
Can I lick your butt clean, please? I know you've got an audition coming up.
Here's what you do. Say they mow your lawn. Wow, that is the nicest thing. I'm gonna get you back one of these days, and then like in the middle of the night, you paint their house like purple and yellow or something, like some crazy color. Say, well, you did that nice thing for me unsolicited, so I just figured I'd paint your house a beautiful color. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do something for them that they don't want and show them what it's like. That's what you got to do.
Or mow their lawn in the middle of the night too. I mean, if you want to go a little less drastic and you want to have to paint a whole house, because if you're mowing their lawn,
do something that they're. Oh yeah, show up in the middle of the night with like the loudest lawnmower you can find.
Mm-hmm.
You did me a favor. Now it's time for your favor.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's your turn. Yeah, start doing them favors.
Or how about this?
Start
Maybe
doing them favors every single day. That'll drive them crazy.
break into their house and be waiting there naked, on their sofa in their living room. So when they come home, they say, "Oh my God, what are you doing in my house?" Well, you did me a favor. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, now it's your turn. I feel like I've seen this in movies before. Remember in
Just being
I feel like in Cable Guy, remember Cable Guy kept doing
okay.
Ben Stiller, like he was doing like stuff like that he didn't want. Remember they like went out to
Yeah.
a bar and they like met these beautiful women and then I think they like slept with them or something. And then the next day, like Cable Guy's like, "Oh, I got those hookers. Next time you can pay for the hookers," or something like that. Isn't it something like that? Oh, I know. Just do something like that. Say it's a male and it's a heterosexual male. You hire an escort, a sex worker, to go over to his house and say, "Hi, I'm new to the neighborhood. Can I come in?" And then he like falls in love with her, and then you could say, and then she just the next day doesn't return his calls or anything, and you say, "Hey, did you like my gift from yesterday? Since you did that nice thing for me, I thought I'd do something nice for you."
And believe me, I looked through a lot of different choices and I found the very best one.
That's the same choice I make.
Yeah, no, I tried her out too. I actually gave it a test spin to make sure it was the perfect fit.
And you say, "In fact, she's right here with me now. I hired her today for myself."
Yeah, she's actually on the clock right now if you want to say hi.
Okay, that's another.
Hey,
We nailed it.
another one in the books. Now, why don't we change it up and hear do you want to hear a voice message?
Sure, if you got one.
Uh-huh.
Why don't
Well,
you hit
just,
us with that voicemail number?
The number, if you want to call for advice, the advice line is 213-207-6952. That's the Poundcast hotline.
213-207. What's the rest?
6952.
69, dude.
So this is from a 810 area code here. It's got to be Baltimore, right?
What's up, Doug? What's up, Brent? I have a problem that I need a solution to. I have a coworker that I really enjoy talking to, but sometimes they can be kind of annoying. We talk a lot, but sometimes on like break, he's not on break, but I'll be on break, and maybe I'll be talking with someone else on break, or I'm just sitting by myself on my phone or something, and he'll come in to the break room like he's just passing through, and I'll kind of look up and just say hi, and then he'll kind of just stop, and he just wants to talk. He wants to make conversation, but it's just maybe since I'm on my break and I'm already kind of maybe busy talking with someone, or I'm like looking at something like reading on my phone, like I'm just saying hi real quick, maybe he could just pass through, but he wants to stop, and he'll just stand there and like lean against the counter and like kind of like make his presence known, like, "Hey, I'm here. I want to chat about things." And then he'll just go into talking about movies and be like, "Have you seen this movie? Have you seen this one?" And it's all movies that are like before my time, and I get it. Like, I just haven't seen those. And he's like, "Oh man, you got to see it." And then he'll go into the entire plot and like scene by scene explain what goes on. And he's like, "It's crazy." And I've tried my best to like go with it and ask questions about the movies. Like, all right, I'll just be interested and like go with this. But he doesn't like care what you have to say. He just wants you to listen to what he has to say about these movies. And really, I don't want to fully ignore him when he walks in, because I want to say hi, because I want to be polite and acknowledge someone's presence. But he immediately takes that as like, all right, now we're gonna talk, and it's like, dude, I'm on break. I just want to like enjoy my alone time or whatever conversation I was already having with someone. But then he just kind of takes control of everything. But he's a good guy, and I do have good conversations with him. But I'm like, how about don't like take control of the entire break? And I just need a good solution for this. I've tried to do my own fun little solutions with him. And sometimes they work because he'll just get uninterested in me and like walk away. But I would like to hear what you guys have to say. All right, thank you. Bye.
Correction. This is from Michigan area, Flint area.
Okay. I've been having this problem recently too, where people just want to talk to you and they don't want to listen to what you have to say. They'll just come in hot with something that you got to sit there and listen to. But yeah, okay. First, there's a lot of easy solutions here. First one is just get some earbuds, even if they're not on, just put them in. You see him coming and you're like, he is. And then you kind of wave to him and give him the phone, like kind of point on your ear and be like, okay, Dad, so how long are they going to be in the hospital? You're talking some serious thing.
Okay, Dad, how many straws do you need opened? Okay, well, yeah, you just got to use the fist. You start fisting. Okay, make sure they just ask for the fist.
Okay, Dad, I'll be over with my fist. Yeah.
All right. I'll be over my fist later. Oh, yeah, sure. No, I've been working on my fist all week, actually. And yeah, you could do that. You can also check this out.
You could repeat back what he says really loudly, and make it obnoxious that he won't want to talk to you in that situation. So Brent, I'm sitting here chilling, and you be the annoying coworker.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Doug.
Hey, what's up, Brent?
Hey, man. How's it going, man? Dude, you been watching any movies, man? I saw this movie. Actually, I've seen it lots of times. It was called, it's called Being There. It's based on the Jerzy Kosinski book, stars Peter Sellers.
Being There. Is that like a porno that you like to watch? Is that one of your is that one of your jack off movies?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean,
movie?
No, Peter Sellers is in it. It's Hal Ashby.
Penis who?
Yeah, Hal Ashby.
You like to ass what? Penis ass.
Penis ass.
Penis ass beat. He's gonna get his ass beat.
Well, it's funny.
Remember yesterday when you were saying the N-word? I don't know. Just say something like that.
Well, it's funny. What you just did was sort of what I was going to suggest, which is you basically don't let him talk. You can let him talk and he can try as hard as he can, but you just keep talking at the same time and respond to what he's saying. Right. Respond to what he's saying and go on your own kind of diatribe so that you're just sort of talking while he's talking, and then both of you can be talking together and it'd be kind of interesting, I mean, here, let's try that right now.
You could also did you ever see the other day, Tucker Carlson was interviewing Vladimir Putin. And he tried to interview him, but for the first hour, Putin wouldn't let him even ask a question. He just kept shutting him down. And he did this like history lesson that goes back 1,000 years. It was crazy. It was super boring. I had to turn it off. I tried to listen to it, but he just would not. What's it called when people just talk and talk?
Unrelenting. He would not relent.
No, there's a technique that they use when they're having like a
speed boating or something like that, or motor boating.
Anyway, he
filibustering.
He filibustered him basically.
Uh-huh.
You just filibuster him.
Here, Doug, try this one out. Try, you're going to be the guy, the annoying guy or whatever, and you're going to ask me, talk about movies or whatever, and just keep talking no matter what I say. Just keep trying to talk, and we'll see how this goes. Okay.
Hey, Brent. Yo, Brent, last
Hey,
night,
Doug.
last night,
Well,
Netflix
yeah.
just released this great movie by Robert Altman called Three Women. It's on
Oh yeah, man.
Netflix. You got to
Altman.
see it. Have you
I
seen it?
love
Have you
Altman.
seen?
I love Altman. I actually watched Long Kiss
Well,
Goodbye.
Three
Keep
Women is
talking.
on
Keep it.
Netflix
Long
right
Kiss.
now, and you should
Yeah,
check
no,
it
I was
out. It's
watching
got
Long
Shelley
Kiss Goodbye,
Duvall,
and it
and it's
has
got these two
it's
other
actually a pretty good movie
actresses. I
that
forgot
has
what their
L.A.
names are,
Gould in
but
it, and it
it's kind of
also. But my
trippy
favorite
too. It's
Altman
like
is actually
part of
probably the
his
player with
70s, like
Tim
he's kind of
Robbins,
like this dreamy
and
kind of
but it actually has
psychedelic
a bunch of
period that he was
cameos in it.
going
There's so
through.
many people.
I think he did it
But
before
Shortcuts is
MASH,
pretty good
or maybe
too.
it came
I
out
also
after
really
MASH. I
like
don't know.
Gosford Park. I saw Gosford Park in the theater actually. It just have your own.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I mean, people going. Imagine somebody walking into that conversation. I mean, they would just think, "What the hell is going on here?"
Here's
These two.
here's a real solution. You wait till he's on break and you say, "Hey, I don't know what's his name going to be, Jason. Hey, Jason. Sorry, are you on break? I was going to ask you
Yeah.
something. You are? Okay, so I'll leave you
Yeah.
alone. Since you're on break, I will respect that. Like go over, like over explain how like since you're on break, I would never interrupt your break. I would not do something like that. So enjoy your break and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Can you pause real quick?
Yes, sir. Okay, we back.
Sorry about that. I had to pause for a second because something came up here. But sorry, you were saying
Yeah, I was just saying, you wait till he's on break.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Hey, Jason, what's up? Oh, you're on break. Never mind. Obviously, you're on break. You need your free. You need your private time. That's oh no." And even if he's like, "No, what do you got?" And I mean, never. I would never bug you on break. I would never. If you're on break, one thing I don't do, bother someone on break. That's your personal time to chill. We could talk. I love talking to you. Not when we're on break. That's your break time. That's your break time, dude. Never. No, 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 no. And then like my lips are buttoned. I'm not gonna say a word again. Bye bye. You just do that.
I bet you thought I was going to keep talking, huh? Well, no, I'm not.
I bet you think I was gonna
talking.
talk about some movie you never heard of, huh? Nope, not me. I'll wait till you're back on the clock. Let's talk when we're on the clock.
You know what? Let's earn.
Yeah.
Let's earn that paycheck.
Let's stick it to the man.
By the way, though, Doug, I believe that this guy is on break also when he's talking to the guy.
No, I'm
Oh no.
pretty sure he said that maybe he's on the main guy's on the break and the coworker
The main guy.
sees
The
him
main guy.
sees him on break and then he's passing through the break room kind of thing.
But how would the guy, if the other guy's not on break, how is he able to get into a long conversation with him now?
Dude, you're at the office and you're just passing through the break room. You stand there, you just you start talking. People chit chat all
You know
day.
what? Here's another solution. Just maybe get a prosthetic nose or something like that for when you go on break and look like a different coworker. Just you look like somebody else so that the guy won't recognize you. Maybe put on a wig on or something like that and put on a disguise for your break.
Yeah, but you also have to do something else. You have to, because maybe that coworker wants to talk to anybody. Oh, there's a new guy here. I can't wait to talk to them. So you say to the coworker before you put the disguise on, "Hey, I heard that there's a new guy starting tomorrow. He's deaf. He can't talk. He's deaf and mute. So he he's got gray hair and like a hat, and he might be in the break room tomorrow." But if you see him just
Well,
wave high, but he can't communicate, he's deaf.
But you could also you don't even need to do that. You could just make the guy look like something you might not want to talk to. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who's got a situation, but make it, put makeup on as part of the disguise. So you've got the disguise, maybe a wig, glasses, maybe prosthetic nose. And then you also put makeup on to make it look like you have some kind of rash or, some kind of sores, on your face maybe on your lips, so that maybe he doesn't want to talk to you because you're going to be talking to him with the sores on your mouth and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, you could also get that super stinky fish that they eat, that's like I don't know, it's from like Norway or something. Get a can
Yeah.
of that. And then every time you go to break, just open it up and just get used to the scent, or get nose plugs or whatever. And then when he comes in there, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I'm out of here." Keep everybody away and learn
Hey,
to
you
love
know
the
what?
smell.
If you made your breath smell really bad, he's not going to want to talk to you probably. You just start going, and just you're breathing out just disgusting, that bad fish, maybe with other bad crap, coffee and stuff or something like that.
Or
Actually,
you could have a
people's
snack.
breath smells.
Huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bad breath doesn't keep people away. It doesn't
It
keep them
doesn't.
away from me. I'm not the one with the bad breath. Okay.
Well, I'm saying you get because actually most people have bad breath. Actually, if you smell people's breath, it's pretty bad. So
you could if people have bad breath, you can still stand 3 feet away, and that's not the solution. What you want to do?
well, no,
is
you get closer to him. You get closer to him as he's talking. Go
right. I think what
and
you should
then
do is have snacks, and then when he starts talking to you, start talking with your mouth like full of food, and it's like all gross, like, and then act like you're choking, and then and then he goes to do the Heimlich, and you say, "Get your hands off me! He touched me! He touched me!"
Human resources.
Yeah. Oh, and then before he touches you, spit it out and say, "Oh." Whenever people talk to me when I'm snacking, then I start to choke. It's just kind of a thing I got. But sure, what do you have to say? I have to finish my snack though.
Yeah. What movie? Now, what movie?
What's the movie again? Or no, whenever he brings up a movie, say, "Oh yeah, I was watching that movie when my dad died," or something like that. Like always turn it into some sad story that he's gonna. Oh, that movie. Oh, I remember that. I was in the 9/11 towers when that went off. When that movie was playing and I had to run out of there. It's just now I'm thinking about that. What a tragedy that I have to remember that. It's just a traumatic memory I don't want to think about. But yeah, what about the movie now? Man, I just can't stop thinking about the sound and the smell of that day. Okay, well, we have a lot of solutions for that. That's the last one is a little. Sometimes you got to, go dark.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I'm really proud of my relationship with my siblings. We're really close and we talk all the time and joke around all the time. And sometimes I see other people and their siblings and they're really distant, and I think, dang, they could be having so much more fun and laughs together if they worked a little more at bonding with one another. The thing is, a common misconception about relationships is that they have to be easy to be right. But sometimes the best ones happen when both people put in the work to make them great. Therapy can be a place to work through the challenges you face in all of your relationships. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not. Visit betterhelp.com/poundcast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/poundcast.
And that's coming in from bacon.
What?
Oh,
It's
wait.
coming in from bacon?
Oh, shit.
From bacon?
Oh, no, that was not from bacon. I deleted the one from bacon. Wait, how do I? If I recently deleted, okay, I can get back to bacon. He says when you buy prepackaged lunch meat from a grocery store, why do they fold it like origami? And when you try to get a single slice of the meat, you end up unfurling the whole thing like some sort of ballless scrotum. We need this solved, he says. Well,
Yeah, individual slices. Hmm.
Well, you know what I'm going to say. Don't even.
No,
Don't
that's
need it.
not going to help. What you're going
Don't
to
eat
say
it.
is not going to help because the vegan slices, if you get vegan slices, and I do sometimes, by the way, it's a similar thing, you know, that is they
I feel
fold
like
this
they're
crap up.
I feel like all lunch meat is kind of folded like slightly, whether it's vegan or not. It's like slightly. It's not origami. I'm not seeing the origami. I'm seeing
Well, it's not made
it's
necessarily origami, but
it's
it
tough to
is
peel
kind of
apart.
folded. They are kind of folded into each other in a way that does make it a little hard to get the slices out. Here's my solution, and this is kind of a boring solution because it's a real one, but this is what I do because I do deal with sliced meats, you know, both vegan and otherwise. Is I kind of just tear off little. Usually, the way I eat this stuff is you put it on crackers with cheese. So I kind of just tear off pieces. I don't use a full slice. And then if you just kind of use the tear off method and tear off these sort of pieces of it, you know, you can kind of get through the pack without having to deal with unfolding everything, you know? So you want to just sort of tear off the various flaps and put those on the crackers.
Here's my
You know,
solution. You learn how to make meat origami. That's like you become an artist and you lean into it. You're like, I'm going to make meat origami. And you get an art show and you get a big gallery show and then you just work the art scene and then you become, you know, as rich as Jeff Koons. And then you buy the whole whatever, the deli meat company that's ruining your life with their origami slices. And since you run the company, you can pack it how you want. You repack it, and then problem solved. Easy as that.
I also hate to tell you, but there are some packages of meat that is not folded up. They're just slices that are on top of each other. You know, you can get that.
I think they're mostly on top. The ones I see, like the ones I see, they're on top of each other. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Maybe he's at the deli section where it's freshly, you know, they're doing it and they're trying to make it fancy. You can also get one of those machines. You know what I mean? Get that big meat slicer and just buy that huge mound of meat that they slice. Just buy the whole thing.
You can also just
slice it yourself.
Hey, if you're going to the deli and they're slicing it for you, you can just tell them and say, "Hey, can I get those individual? Can I get those on an individual tip?" And they'll say, "What do you mean? You know, just not folded up into each other. Can I just get them individual style?"
Problem solved, bro.
It's funny the guy's name is Bacon though, because
well, it was. I didn't want to say his full name, but it was like, you know, it was like a goofy name, like Bacon Dude or something.
oh, bacon cheeseburger
Right.
or something like that.
I'm going through a few of these because I feel like we've talked about them.
Yeah, we can do one more verbal. I have more voice messages too. So,
just going through here. Russell doesn't like excessive facial piercings. Which I agree. That's I don't think that's a good look. I've noticed that this new, you know, like, no offense to anyone who's got this, but the septum piercing, I don't understand the appeal there. What are you trying to look like, a cow? You know what I mean? Are you trying to look like a cow? What is up with that? It's just it's a trendy piercing. Look, if girls get it because it's trendy, and I see boys with it too. I don't know. It's
I mean, you know,
what are you gonna do? It's not for me. Okay, I'm not attracted to that. In fact, when I see that, It's more like the opposite. Like, I better stay away.
You're thinking to yourself, I'm kind of in the mood for milk all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm starting to think about milk.
I'm thinking of, gosh, I'm want to go to Black Angus now and get a steak or something. When I see the
you grab
septum
onto that
piercing,
thing and lead you here. You want to go, and then you grab them by it, and you kind of, I thought I'm supposed to lead you by that ring. What is
it
that
is
ring?
trendy.
Why do cars have cows? Why do cows have pierced noses?
Actually, now that's a question for the masses there. Why do cows have septum piercings?
Yeah,
It's actually a bull ring, isn't it? A bull ring?
I guess it's a bull. Nose rings are used to control bulls and occasionally cows, and to help wean young cattle by preventing suckling. I see. Nose rings are used on pigs to discourage rooting. So it's like they're putting it on there to make it annoying for them to do things.
Uh-huh.
I guess the bull is not going to
what do
bite you when
bulls?
it's got a ring on its nose. I guess it's probably hurts to. That's terrible.
So do they pierce these animals' noses?
I mean, you've seen the photos, right?
No,
it's
I know.
weird.
That's kind of that's kind of, yeah, it's intense, you know.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, those are popular though. Those.
Yeah, like why you trying to look like some kind of you know, what are they called? A rudiment animal? Aren't they called rudiments or something?
What do you mean, like hooved animals?
I thought those kind of animals are called something with an R. Shit. Now I'm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to know what ruminant. Are you trying to look for? Are you trying to look like a ruminant, which is a herbivorous grazing animal that grazes? Okay, so let's solve this guy's problem. You see someone that's got that septum piercing. You say, "Hey, do you want to? You gonna go get some grass or what?
Hey, or you can just go up to him.
You want to go eat dinner? I know of this great lawn over here. You can maybe,
or maybe you start trying to talk to them like this.
Maybe you're trying to like graze.
Maybe you see the piercing and you go up to them and you go, and they'll say, I'm sorry, what are you doing? I say, oh, sorry, I thought you were a cow. Sorry. I saw the nose ring and I thought that you were a cow. Sorry about that.
Nose rings are used to encourage the weaning of young calves by discouraging them from suckling. So you could say, "Oh, how's the weaning going? Have you stopped suckling yet?"
You know, here's another thing, because sometimes sometimes nose rings looks like they have boogers hanging out of their nose sometimes, you know? So what if you just gave them a Kleenex? You say, oh, here you go. And then they'll be like, what is this for? You go, oh, you had something hanging from your nose. You know?
Or you get some like wire cutters and you're like, you want me to get that? They're like, what? I saw like, there's like a big metal hoop going through your face. I was going to free you from it. Want me to snip that off? You know what I mean? Wire cutters.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, look, people
treat
can
them just treat them like a ruminant and say, hey, you want to go get some grass?
I by the way, no disrespect to people with piercings. You know, hey, if you like that look and people, and you know, and you like that look, and you know, you are around people that like the look too, that's cool. You know, I mean, hey, you know, no offense. You know,
no disrespect.
I mean, me personally, I mean, you know,
honest, and I'm trying to help this guy out who is annoyed by it.
Yeah, me personally, I mean, you know, I like traditional kind of looks. You know, I like kind of more classic style looks. You know, so I think, people want to express themselves how they want to express, but people like what they like,
Well, facial piercings probably go back centuries. So one could
I mean,
say,
we're all,
oh, this is
oh,
this is
yeah. Well, I mean, when I say classic, I like kind of more classic in a sort of, you know, 20th century kind of way.
talking about white.
No, I mean, well, not necessarily white, but
Western. You're talking
maybe
about
more
Western.
Western sort of mid-century style.
How come we're called Western? You know what I mean? Who's deciding? There's no, it's a globe. You know what I mean? It's a ball. There's no, you can't say one thing's
Well,
West or one thing's
I
East.
can. Well, I will say this: the international date line kind of dictates what's west and east in
And
a way.
that's going right through Europe, right?
No, the international date line is
Middle of the
is
ocean.
it is between it's between Asia um and the North America. So I mean, actually, it goes through part of Alaska is actually gets cut through with the
Well, if
international
that's,
date line.
I don't think that's the case because then we'd be east. We're east of that date line, NBC.
No. If you think of the date line being the start of it being on the left, you know what I mean, and then it's going to the if you scroll a map out that starts with the date line and it ends with it from left to right, then furthest left is going to be North America, and then all the way to the right is going to be Asia or Australia or something. I guess Australia would be.
I don't
Is
think
Australia considered east?
I don't think that's the case. I think it's because Europe, maybe from a Eurocentric point of view, they're calling themselves the West, and the East. East of them
Mhm.
is China and
That
Asia.
makes sense. That makes
Asia
sense.
is east, and from a trading perspective, it probably
Uh-huh.
goes back to trading, where we're like, we're going to the Far East. That's east of Spain. You know what I mean? And the
Mhm.
Western world is North America. So that's probably what's going on there.
Well, I mean, no, I think Europe is considered the Western world also.
Why is it the Western world?
Well, because, mm, well, because that's just how it is. Because it's the opposite of East. That's why. you know, because then they go east. That kind of gets defined as Eastern culture, and then, well, then that must mean that Europe is West.
Let's see here. According to my little search here.
But what's weird is that Africa is not. Why is Africa is what do you call that? I mean, that's what kind of. I mean, that's not East.
It looks like East and West is categorized based on the largest continent, Euraphasia. Asia is East, Europe is West. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's solve some more problems.
Okay, but one thing we'll just say is, we've just been focusing on the bull ring, but what about other excessive piercings such as, those cheek studs? People have got the sort of metal dimples.
Yeah, we
and
just
then,
walk around with a pry bar and say, "Oh, geez, you want me to get that out?" Like you're gonna pry it out of there.
Then there's just a ton of just a ton of ear piercings. I mean, we're talking a lot all over, or eyebrow piercings.
You don't see those much anymore, but they're out there.
Yeah, you don't see the eyebrow ones as much. That was kind of more of a 2000s thing.
Yeah,
I
remember
think.
the lip one down on the side down there, bottom
Yeah, the
lip.
lip. Yeah, remember the tongue one?
Yeah,
That one. That's kind of 90s. The tongue
I
one.
feel like the tongue. No, that was 2000s too.
Yeah,
Huh.
you don't see that as often, but I know somebody who's got a tongue one.
I think they're out. The tongue is more. It's not as obvious. You have to kind of like talk to them for a while, and then you're like, "Huh? Oh, I saw something in
I thought you were sucking on something in there.
there."
I
You
then
could say,
there's of
"Hey,
course
you got something for me to suck on? I know you got that. Yeah, you got that piercing. You can suck on that. Can I suck on something?"
Oh, can I suck on that thing? Then of course there's the nose ring. The side nose ring, that is. That's a pretty classic ring.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting into class. That kind of becomes kind of more classic in a way.
You're looking more like Lenny Kravitz over there, right? With that side one.
You're also looking kind of Indian.
Yeah, that one is not, in my opinion, as startling.
Yeah, no.
It's
no.
the little.
It's
I
almost
guess the little piercing where they put like kind of like a diamond there is like, I don't, still, it's not for me, but
Moshe used to have one of those. I think
a nose
piercing on the side there.
on the side. That's cool. He's funky. He's a funky guy.
Yeah. Do
Anyway,
we want to?
We solved it.
Oh, we never solved it. Oh, we did. Okay.
We solved
do we want?
one.
Yeah. Do we want to do another voice message, or do we want to wrap up and go into Unzipped?
Well, let's do another voicemail, then wrap up. We're gonna keep this one kind of tight today.
Okay, this one's from a 647 area code, wherever that is.
Can't wait to hear it. I'll wait for this voicemail.
Wait, what did you say?
Can't wait to hear this voicemail. Did you play it? Because
no, I'm not. Oh, you're not hearing anything.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, sorry. I was playing it. I thought you. Yeah. Okay, I've been playing it. I didn't. I thought that you were hearing it.
I didn't hear it, sir. You gotta try again.
Oh, I thought you were. Okay, let me try that again. I don't know why that. Okay, here we go. It's kind of I don't know, kind of somewhat of a titillating topic so far. Okay, here we go. Tell me if you hear this.
Hey, I have something annoying. So for the past couple of months, I've been having casual encounters for the first time. Normally, I've been in a long-term relationship, so haven't had to worry about this. But I'm finding that maybe 90% of guys try to stick their fingers in my butt, and it doesn't even matter if I've said that I don't like anything in my butt or not the ass. Like, have had to try to have conversations before, and I just don't understand why they all just want to put their fingers in my butt so much. So what do I do? Especially for the ones that I've made it clear that I don't want it, and then all of a sudden I feel that finger inching near me, and I don't want to have to be like, can you stop? Because it sucks, and then it all ends, and it's awkward, and blah, blah, blah. So help a girl out.
Okay. Interesting stuff here. I've got some ideas already here.
Well, I got ideas too. I mean,
make it a place they're not going to want to put their finger.
Yeah, you could say, "Look, I got some diarrhea pretty bad today." And
don't even say that. Just show you can just have some tissue that's hanging in your butt. Just put some tissue that's sort of stuck in there. And then maybe get a brown marker or something, and kind of color it brown a little bit, and make it look like there's poo that it got stuck in there or something like that. They're not going to want to put their fingers back there.
Yeah, spackle a little peanut butter down there. Butter.
Get some Hershey's chocolate. You know what I mean? Melt some chocolate on there.
Yeah, but you got to put some like fart spray on it though. Make it real nasty. Can't because chocolate might smell good. Be like, oh, chocolate. I mean, you could plug it up. You could put some kind of
I was thinking about that too. Is you could put some sort of butt plug, put a cork in there, so they won't be able to put it in.
Get a butt plug kind of thing. But also,
I'm saying a cork.
No, I'm saying put something on the end of it, like a couple of thumbtacks or something. That's gonna hurt. Ow! You know what I mean?
Yeah. Put a little bear trap in there, or like one of those. No, you know what you do is you know those fake gums that you or something that you get electrocuted from it, from like if you get it from a gag store. You put that in your butthole so that when they put their finger in there, they get shocked.
I know what you could do before you start to get into your casual encounter. You could go to Romantics, the sex shop, and buy the biggest dildo you can find, the biggest, nastiest one, and say, "Hey, by the way, please don't touch my butt. And if you do, I get to have my turn with this on you," and show them what you got. And when they do it, say, "Okay, well, I told you not to. Now I get to stick this up your butt. I told you the rules."
You know what you can also do is get a
Scare 'em.
fake finger.
Scare them. Yeah.
Get a fake finger. Have it look kind of real, and put that in your butt. So when they come there with the finger, they'll touch something and they'll touch another finger and they'll think, "Wait, what's this other finger doing here?" And then they'll say, is there a finger back here? And then you say, "Oh, that was from the last guy." As if to say that somehow the last person's finger went back there and it didn't come back, meaning somehow your butt is kind of chomping off the people's fingers or something like that. You know what's interesting about this message is that she said she's been doing casual encounters, which that wording sounds like Craigslist,
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is that where these are being, or is that where you're meeting these people, or is it from some kind of dating app or something like that? And because I don't hear that phrase anymore, casual encounters,
Well, maybe she met someone on an internet or like on a dating app, Tinder or something. You could say, "Hey, I know you swiped right, but don't be swiping down." You know what I mean? Don't be swiping brown. All right. I don't know.
Don't be wiping brown.
You could say, or you could put oven mitts on their hands before you get into it.
Or you can just get kind of kinky with it and, tie them up to the bed so they can't do anything with their hands.
Yeah. There's a lot of solutions here, but
I think put a little, if you don't want to have something in your butt like a finger or a trap, then maybe, just tell them, by the way, just a heads up, I have major hemorrhoids, so you do not want to put your finger in there.
yeah, they're about to pop too. They're like juicies.
Yeah, they're really ripe right now, and I don't, you might not. I'm kind of trying to grow them out. I'm trying to grow my hemorrhoids out a little bit, so please, be delicate. I don't touch anything back there. It's kind of, I'm trying to get them ready for the harvest. The harvest festival.
The harvest is tomorrow, so if you don't mind, just let them grow.
Yeah, just sort of let them be. They're not. They're almost ready to be picked, but or you can also say you can. Do they have something like a chastity belt that's for the butt, kind of? You do wear something like that.
Yeah. Or invent one. Maybe other people have this problem. You can invent the butt chastity belt. And
the chastity butt.
The chastity butt. Go on Shark Tank.
The chastity butt. The chastity butt from Motel.
You could pitch it on Shark Tank. Shark.
on Shark Tank. Shark Tank.
Shark Taint.
Shark Taint.
It's like all nasty inventions.
Yeah. 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 I mean, there's a lot you could do. You could put. You know what you could do? You could put Chia Pet back there. Get the Chia Pet stuff back there and just have it really just have a lot of growth back there with, Chia Pet stuff. And if there's a lot of growth, they won't even be able to get their fingers through there.
Yeah, you could you can also just stuff some hay down there, alfalfa kind of thing. Or those hand buzzers when you from the novelty shop when you shake their hand and it's like, ugh, Gets you a little
That's
buzz.
what I said earlier.
You said that? You could put one of those in there?
I said you get them from a gag store when you stick, you get butt shocked,
Right.
Yeah, I was saying that. You can have a trap.
I can't believe you
say
said
you don't
that.
want to. Yeah. I mean, I didn't say hand buzzer, but that's what I meant when I said it. I didn't say the words hand buzzer, but but say you don't want to have something in your butt, then you got to just sort of, you could also do this. You could just wear underwear, panties, and we're talking regular panties, not any thongs, okay? And just cut a hole out for the vagina, but leave the rest intact and keep them on the whole time.
Well, panties, that's not a lot of material. I think a hand could go around. I think you want something more like biker shorts.
Okay, well maybe you
what I mean?
want something a little more hardcore, like a shelled. Actually, why don't you just get some chocolate shell? Put that over your butt, and it'll
that
be
needs to be cold for it to harden. Do they make that stuff anymore?
Huh?
Are you talking about that stuff that like turns into hard chocolate when you
Yeah. Well, what if you did chocolate shell with your own diarrhea?
You could get some great stuff, great stuff.
I don't know that.
Foam that foam that seals up cracks in your house and stuff. Seal up the crack. I mean, there's a lot
caulking.
There's a lot of stuff.
Caulking.
Yeah, caulking.
Put some caulking in it.
Yeah, easy. Done deal.
But
well, we solved it.
I mean, we definitely kind of solved a lot of it, but I just trying to think of a way of not putting anything in there. You know what you could do is stay on your butt the whole time. You know what I mean? You're just whatever you're doing, just you're on your bottom the whole time.
Well, that might be tough. It might be tough depending on what.
Okay, we'll tie the guy up.
Just tie the guy up. Done.
Just tie the guy up.
Or maybe like if his hand comes anywhere near there, shut him down before he even gets the chance. Oh no, if he does it, you do it to him. But do it.
I thought about that, but maybe she doesn't want to do that because that's kind of gross.
But she could not use her finger. She could find something else, some kind of.
Yeah. I guess just spiky, always have a dildo on you at all times.
Some kind of spiky thing that's not going to be.
Yeah, maybe a shank. You get some kind of shank or screwdriver.
Yeah, screwdriver.
And screw them.
Screw them. Screw him.
Screw him.
All right, let's wrap it up. We got to go.
You know what? And you also could just be really militant about it and just say, look, I'm not interested in any kind of butt play or anything like that. I don't want any of that. If you do that, it's over. And if he tries to do it, it's over. Out.
Easier said than done. Well, let's wrap it up. If you want to keep listening, Brent and I are going to keep solving.
Or keep saluting your shorts.
We're going to keep saluting your shorts. Just go to patreon.com/Poundcast. Sign up, and then you get access to the After Dark bonus material. Or Unzip. It's actually called Unzip now, but it's the same thing. And you get access to all the unzips. So sign up now, patreon.com/Poundcast. And we'll see you there. And who do we like to thank today? Jack Birch. Thank you, Jack
Birch.
And I bet the new Pound House is probably out, so you could just binge the whole season now. And when this comes out, I'll probably be in Australia. So come see me perform in any of the main cities of Australia. EricAndreTour.com. And that's about it. We'll see you soon. Or we'll see you next week. Bye.
Doug and Brent, talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about to Doug and Brent? are talking to some people. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.